Hey, now it's been pretty tough the last couple of years. I ain't gonna hold you. We was flying high for a minute, and then we just boom. We just
wait, hold on, wait a second. We not gonna let you just lie about what you DC was flying high. When?
The animated stuff, 2000s.
Their animated stuff, yes. Their animated stuff, yes.
Yeah, you're
right.
Hey, Nolan had us popping for a little bit too. The Nolan shit, the Nolan Batman shit was kind of high.
Oh yes, the trilogy, yes. Don't do that.
Like, we was flying kind of high for a little bit.
Kaori, were you really just gonna record without doing the intro?
No, I was recording to get some raw footage before we started, like I always do. Thank you very much.
You gotta watch her, bro.
Here we go.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you know what? Guess what?
If they don't like me, I'ma live my life anywhere. I ain't fucking with her if she ain't watching anime. You know the finest women in the world, you know they cosplay. Pocket full of money, yeah. Man, I came to play, yeah. Drop top, yeah. Drop top, yeah. All summer, yeah. I won't stop, yeah. Beat going crazy, it's a whole box.
That was hard.
That's so good.
Who was that? Who was that?
Who was that
with the intro? I think it was him. I think it was Jason Ray with the intro.
Y'all hear? Hey, y'all hear? Y'all hear?
I've done a lot of intros in my time. That was hard.
Y'all hear? Yo.
All right. Welcome back to Nerd on the Street. Of course, nerd is the word on the street. Anyway,
hold on.
You already know me.
Wait a second. This is the first video of 2024, and we going fucking stupid hard. Oh, let me get closer.
Yo, pause. Hey, yo.
Yeah, big hard. Pause. Damn, that was crazy.
That's crazy.
Hey, yo.
All right, what we talking about? Let's get into these topics. Let's get it, man. What we talking about?
Well, first of all, we have to do the introduces, of course. So we do have an actual guest.
Not introduction, the introducers, nigga.
We have an actual guest on the podcast today. Captain Diesel, would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh, damn, that's me? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's me. Oh, yeah, man.
You know what? You need to get those round of applause sounds. So when you introduce niggas, you can.
This is true. When we get more into this, I will have those things.
Soundboards, man. Soundboards make a difference. It's your boy. It's the captain. It's Mr. Diesel, aka C Diesel, aka Mr. Put that shit on for real. You know. I have my own platform I have my own platform that I just started up recently.
Hey, QD Mug.
So the Not Podcast. 2 years in now. Do some dope nerd shit there, and then I also have my own platform, Captain Diesel, over on YouTube, Instagram, where I kind of just post my VODs at for my streams. But the Not Podcast is my baby. It's the brainchild. That's about it. I just be doing shit.
All right, and then of course we have our returning con man. Say hello.
How y'all doing, man? It's your boy the con man, KJM_man.510. That's the Bay. Catch me in Universal Base. Catch me in What It Sound Like podcast. We get your best reviews and interviews. And catch me in Blurred Proof Entertainment on Tapping No Capping. Where if you're a nerd and you've seen it, then what's your opinion? Oh, she killed me up. You finally gave me, you feel me, a proper introduction. I appreciate that.
That's crazy. My nigga useless, man. What's good with you? I ain't seen you in a minute.
You know, I don't mean to like cut into nothing. I have a serious question for both of y'all. How y'all intros get so good? Like, I cannot introduce myself like that, nigga. I sound like y'all got it down to the T. Y'all got nicknames. Y'all got all this stuff. Like, can y'all tell me how do I need to start introducing myself? When they ask me who I am, I'm like, yeah, I'm Jason Rain, and it's pretty fucking short. So I need intro 101 for both of you. That shit was like nice and long, nice and filled out. I said, God damn, these niggas important.
So the process goes like this. You get on the camera, you start saying shit, and then you say that same shit for 2 years straight, and it kind of
damn.
Pretty much, bro. I just be saying shit, just be doing shit, and then just keep doing the same shit.
Right, and he's not here, but we do have Jew who sent in his list, and he is part of the One Piece Alliance.
Oh, a lot of people were from the One Piece Alliance.
Nigga Jew.
Yeah. He sent in his list, but he ain't here. So I have to
light skins, man. Light skins, man.
First of all, don't do that.
Hey, man.
All right. And Jason Rain, where can they find you?
Who, me?
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh shit! I didn't know we was doing my intro. I thought we was about to. They know who the hell I am, but no, in all actuality, you can find me on TikTok, Jason Rain. Fucking
Charlie, what are you eating, bro?
Huh?
Nigga, don't worry about it.
Look, y'all, listen. When I tell y'all, listen, I really be in here for the laughs. Like I be in here doing shit, man. I wouldn't
be worried about what he was eating if he wasn't doing it so secretly. This nigga kept.
Hey, nigga, look. I'm trying to be somewhat professional.
Hilarious. Like I'm really like this all the time. Like they'll ask me some shit, and I'm like, damn, y'all talking to me? I gotta get used to having multiple people on these streams and stuff like that because I'm so used to it's me and her. So now I gotta figure out who they talking to me because I be zoned out, I be outside. Man, listen, I'm everywhere. Okay, listen, y'all can find me. Y'all know who I am. Jason Rain, the Rain Man, Mr. Drop them fucking. Oops, I can't say that. Y'all can find me.
When have you not been able to cuss on this shit? I'm confused.
Huh?
On this shit.
When have you not been able to cuss? I'm confused. When?
See, I was going to say some things that it wasn't the cursing part. It was what I was about to say. What
was you about to say?
It can't be rated R, nigga. Like,
what was you about to say?
Damn. Can I tell them niggas where to find me at? IG, Jason Rain 423. Nerd on the Street for life. That's all. That's
Life.
Shit. I'm tired of you, Tristina.
Whatever.
Come smack me for it, nigga. I'm breaking it fast. Let me chill. Let me do my fault.
So let's get into the topic of the day is the best of the early 2000s. I asked everybody for their top 10 early 2000s TV show, and it's very clear that the men all watched the same thing.
Except for one. Except for one. So we're going to start with Charlie's list. Of your 10. Talk to him, Charlie. And just what did you like about it? And of course, I'm gonna try to get the theme songs queued up too.
So am I just going through the whole thing? Or am I just starting at 10 and are we taking turns on that?
It's however you guys want to do it. If you want to do one and then Con do one and then Jason do one and then.
Yeah, I like the roundtable shit. That's how I've done it before. I like to start at 10 and kind of work your way up. That we get some suspense built up to the 1.
All right. So your number 10.
Yeah. My number 10. You want me to wait for the cue you want somebody to go? Oh no, you got it in reverse. You got it in reverse. You got the game fucked up.
No, I'm just kidding.
I have a number from 1 to 10.
I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
See, she got the game fucked up. Come on, now you better have people on my ass. I was about to be called a liar and all kinds of shit.
This for number 10 is also crazy though.
Yeah, K&D, because I got some things I got some heat that I feel like are a step above personally. But K&D was that shit for me, man. It was really dope to when you're a kid at that age, you already feel like that you're your kid living in an adult world. And rather that you having your own fort or a pillow fort and shit like that, you always feel like you're building out your own space in this adult world. So having that put into an animated format to where these kids have their own secret organizations against adults and shit like that, it pretty much felt like my childhood imagination where I was at that moment in time on television. That's why that shit just enthralled me as much as it did. That shit was dope though. Shout out Cree Summers, number 5. Shawty's the go for real. I want to interview her at some point or just have a conversation with her. Cree's dope. Some light. You guys
don't remember the theme song, which everybody fucking should.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't watch it. Didn't care for it.
You're disrespectful.
That's tough. I'm sorry. I feel bad for you.
How could you not watch that? That's where I'm confused.
I didn't care for it. I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
What was your problem?
It wasn't for me. It wasn't for me.
Why?
How?
It just wasn't like I didn't care for it. Like I watched it and I was like, okay, change this.
I'm gonna throw up. I can't even
You was a Disney nigga, weren't you? You was over there watching Disney shit.
Wasn't rocking with it whatsoever. Like didn't care for the theme song. Didn't care for number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5.
That is crazy.
Never cared for them.
Potato, tomato.
Boo, tomatoes.
Tomatoes
as fuck.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'll let y'all down.
I don't understand.
You can redeem yourself. You got 9 more to redeem yourself.
Okay, cool.
I'm confused. But let's see. Juice was next, and his number.
He still get a list even though he's not here.
Look, I uploaded the shit. Okay.
You're a real one.
And maybe some people in here also watched it.
I guarantee they did.
Nigga. Hey, I'm off the fuck out there. You see what? I was teetering back and forth about putting this on my list, and I was like, "Damn." The only reason I didn't put it on was because it was on. I saw it on like one of the Nickelodeon channels, right? But at that time, I didn't fuck with Nick. It was like fuck Nick, nigga. I was like sneaking watching that shit with my niggas. We were just all Team Cartoon Network. But yeah,
her
was that Penny? Is that what her name was?
Her best episode was on Hentai.
Oh my god, I knew you was gonna
Jesus
say that
Christ.
No,
I knew this nigga bring that up.
The one episode that I remember that is when what was it? She had the shell body, and like her shell came to life and was just like standing over her in the darkness. I was like, they don't like kids. There's no fucking way that they like children with an episode like this.
Nah. Nick was weird, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. And this freaky fucking frog over
Did
here.
Did you not watch this one either?
No.
That's crazy.
I ain't mad at that though. This one was a deep cut. Though.
No,
it was good.
I didn't really care for them.
If you like Astro Boy, if you like something Rex from Cartoon Network with the teenage
Generation Rex. Yeah.
If you like those, you should like Teenage Robot.
Hello. And this was hers. I don't know why it's all like buggy and shit, but we'll figure it out.
Lady at the skate park down by the mall.
Lady in the Star. Dude, the second theme song came on. Cut it off.
This shit's hard, bro.
Tragic.
No.
As a teenage robot.
I can't believe you didn't watch that. I'm sick.
No, I actually, after hearing that theme song, I'm glad I didn't watch it. Fuck.
You are so disrespectful.
Yeah, it was one of those like Canadian theme songs, like like Total Drama Island and like all those like Canadian anime, like 16. Those are hard to me. I fuck with them.
It sounded like the Pepper Ann theme song. That's what it sounded like to me.
You're annoying.
Pepper Ann. A robotic version of Pepper Ann. That's what y'all watching.
This is a Disney nigga for sure. You sound like a Disney nigga. I'm sorry.
He does. He sounds like a Disney person. Definitely for sure. All right. So cons number 10.
Hey, nigga. Hey, hold on. Cue that theme song up, nigga. Run that shit.
Talk to me
Run
nice.
that theme song, nigga. Hold on.
Talk to me nice.
Well, when did this drop? I thought this came out like 2010 or like 09 or some shit like that.
I thought that was the first Beyblade, because the first Beyblade got to be one of the best theme songs I heard in my life.
Yeah, no.
It's like the second or third.
Metal Fusion. That's one of the new ones, ain't it?
Yeah, this shit was hard, bro.
They still coming out with Beyblades. Wow.
They're shitty now though. I went for Christmas. I went and bought my little cousins Beyblades. I'm like, hey nigga, I'm gonna relive my childhood with these niggas.
Why is it theme song?
I need you to talk about it so that I can find the theme song. So chill out.
But yeah, I went and bought these little nigga Beyblades, and they're all plastic and shit now. Like when I got them in 2009, 2010, they were like heavy and metal and shit.
Yeah, they're safe. They're safe now. Like
I was like,
those Beyblades back in the day, they were real weapons. Like you let that motherfucker rip and hurt somebody.
That's
Spin that bitch on concrete, it was still good. They shit couldn't even last in a plastic bowl. I'm like, what kind of bullshit is this?
You know, you know, well, we all grown now, so I can say this out loud. My partner, he used to like sharpen his Beyblades at the tips, and I said, bro, he a criminal. Like you're gonna be a criminal growing up.
He's on a list somewhere.
He in jail now, huh?
That nigga.
He in jail now,
I said, bro, you're a criminal.
Let's fight in every battle.
Face off and spin the man.
Beyblade ain't never missed on the team.
It's hard. The power.
Y'all are funny to say.
Theme song, cartoon theme songs are my shit, nigga. Hey, man.
Hey, come on now, man.
Beyblade never miss with the intros. Ever.
I fucked with Khan before. I fuck with this nigga now for real. Hey, you showed me some shit with that one. You showed me a lot about who you are. That's cool.
Hilarious. But yeah, so Beyblade, you feel me? Back in my time, you know what I'm saying? Even though that was a little bit past Charlie's time, it was, you know what I'm saying? It was, you know what I'm saying? It was prime for us. Like, you know what I'm saying? For the toys and all that stuff. Like if you besides marbles, right? When they start upgrading to like the Nerdle Beyblade, when you was letting things rip, you feel me? You really was betting quarters and all types of stuff to see who was gonna win. You know what I'm saying? That love that the I would say kaijus, or I guess monsters that was attached to the Beyblades. I mean, the animation was so dope when those things would collide, and you know
come out and shit.
Yeah, they would come out and they would battle, and it was fire, bro. Like, and then they had like a mind of their own. They all had their own special abilities and stuff like that. So yeah, man, Beyblade was top tier. You know, that's number 10 for me. You know what I'm saying? I got some more in store for y'all, but yeah,
I want to know.
We're gonna start off a little hot.
I want to know, this version of Beyblade was in my childhood prime. This shit came out in 2009, nigga.
Exactly.
Yes. This is my
little bit past. Like, you was just now waking up.
I was a child. This is like I'm the age of like 6, 7 to like 10 or like prime childhood cartoon watching years.
Tragic. All right. I'm assuming this is your number 10.
To be honest, I didn't know we was doing from best to worst.
I didn't. I mean, some of them, Jews is not like that. I just picked his, but
okay. So really, whatever you pick is number 10 is number 10.
Okay. Look at
okay.
Hey, it was my girls.
Bitches, quit playing with me. Quit playing with me. Why are you acting like this? Because there are guests here.
Hey man.
Hey.
Man.
Totally sponsors my shit.
When I first, are we doing a little theme song? Cause theme song.
Oh yeah, I can. Hold on.
That shit was hard.
Hold up.
So 1, 2, 3.
That was hard. Okay, so I used to be a big Charlie's Angels fans growing up. Mm-hmm. So when I first seen Totally Spot, I literally thought, I said, damn, Charlie's Angels got an anime, a show out, a cartoon, damn. But then I was like, oh shit, it's not Charlie's Angels, but it gave me Charlie's Angels vibe, so I watched the hell out that shit.
I ain't gonna hold you. I watched the fuck out of this show, but I could not tell you the plot of a single episode.
Me, all I knew was they were doing stuff.
My favorite episode is when they went to the island where they were on the game show, but it was real or whatever, and whooped ass. That's like my favorite episode of theirs.
You digging in the crates? You remember the episode?
Yes, I do.
I couldn't remember the episode.
It was cool.
I watched it.
I remember them dropping in the mission to be like, oh, they're dropping out of a plane or they're in a submarine. What they did in the mission, I do not know, nigga.
They was like, I never knew. Like, did they have like a main villain, or was they just like?
No, it was an all around type thing. It's like whatever mission they got sent on is what they got sent on. I mean, they had one where I think it went for 2 or 3 episodes where somebody that Sam was dating, where he became an apprentice to Harry, where he was breaking in to there or whatever and was like fucking them up. And that was like 2 episodes, like a 2-episode long run.
Oh, okay.
So they've had a couple of those, and then Mindy joined, and it was okay. It was okay.
It was all right.
Yeah, that was definitely one of my shows.
I could have did without Mindy joining, but after she joined,
it was a good show. I just felt like it didn't last the sands of time, because like you can go back and watch it and it's still a decent product, but it doesn't have nothing that connects you to want to, like, I don't like to quote this nigga, but like Cam, there's no replay value. Like, you don't want to go back, oh, this was my favorite episode, and nah, bro. Like, it was kind of very.
It was mid, bro. Let's keep it about. That was the definition of mid.
Shit. I binged. That's why I remember the episodes so well, because I binge it at least once every few months since I found it.
I do want to say to Kaori though, I will admit that I was wrong, because we had a conversation about. Now I still believe that Kim Possible could beat all they asses solo dolo. However, I will say that they way more skilled than I remember. I was rewatching some of those episodes where they was fighting again down, because I remember, like you said, it was the main girl who could really fight.
Sam,
but they all threw down. They all had hands. You feel me? They all was acrobatics. They all had skills. So you know what? I will give them. You know, it's not gonna be like a low mid tier. Might be high.
No,
high.
definitely.
Yeah, might be high.
They won't fight no super villains though.
I did.
Who do they fight on a tier? Is she go alone though?
I love that you said that, Charlie, because that's exactly what I said to Kaori when we had this discussion. I was like, yes, they might all be able to fight, but you got to remember that Shigo literally disintegrates anything she touches, and Kim Possible fights this girl every day without getting hit. That's impressive, bro. So I'm just saying,
she's a literal superhuman.
I mean, you have to go back and watch it. It just like it depends on the episodes that you pick to watch. Like the one that I was talking about when they go on the island, those are like super powered beings technically, like because they were in like genetically enhanced before they got to the island. And then there were like 2 girls that they went up against, and then they ended up going up against themselves when they got cloned. And so, I mean, it kind of just like depends which episodes you're picking to compare to. But I mean, you guys just kind of have to like watch it.
But I'll take that and I'll raise you an army of ninja monkeys. Like monkeys alone are strong as shit. These niggas are trained in ninjutsu, and she's fighting 15 to 30 of them shits either by herself or with her boy Ron. Hey, bro,
you preaching today?
I mean, go fight one monkey, nigga. Go fight one monkey. Tell me how
what I said was that I think it would be close, especially when it comes to Sam, because Sam is like the main one. She thinks she's as close to Kim as you could probably get between the 3 of them.
I guess.
So if it really came down to it, it would end up being like she would definitely knock out Alex and Clover for sure. But it would be like I feel like it would be almost equal between her and Sam.
I guess. I mean, hey,
but that's just
hey, that's debate later in the future, Craig. We can have that debate later on.
We can do that.
So,
it's rare that me and Charlie be on the same page, so you know it's got to be right.
My number 10. If you were not up at 3:00 in the morning, you probably did not see the shit. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Shout out to the vampire.
Hey, bro. Again.
I see Brandy and Mr. Whiskers and Dumb Long.
Oh my god! And I can't fucking find it because it's not on Disney Plus. I can't find that shit nowhere unless you want to.
You know, I got the cheat websites. I got you.
Little like water and oil. Brandy and Mr. Whisker. What's in the kettle is ready to boil. Brandy and Mr. Whisker. Got stuck in the jungle, putting down roots. Brandy and Mr. Whisker. Side by side, different as day or night. But it's quite a ride, sharing the life of the trees. Nose to nose, they can be friends or foes.
Whether they're whining or minding their manners.
They're driving each other bananas. What will it take for your friendship to thrive? Mr. Whisker. Can you avoid being eaten alive? Mr. Whisker.
Little kitty with your nose in the air.
You won't believe her magic hair. Their bellies are fine, but the game function will let the egg say star. Mr. Whisker.
I already know just by the look on his face that he did not watch this.
This shit was a fever dream.
Hey,
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I will like forget that shit exists every couple years. See a picture of it, like, oh shit, it's that and fucking what was the one on Cartoon Network? But buddy, it was a school of monkeys and zoo animals. And
My gym partner is a monkey.
Yes, I'm like,
yes.
Wow, that was, or like Camp Laszlo. I'm like, damn, these were actual shows that I watched. And
Listen. I was literally just like, I was in my room and I was reading something and just like out of nowhere, just like Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. I was like, what? I was like, I haven't seen that shit in forever. Why am I just not singing it?
I want to be in the room when they pitch that to like the executives, like, hey, we got an idea for this show, bro.
Drugs.
Yeah, literally.
It was definitely drugs. It was all drugs. All right, this is Charlie's number 9. There we go.
Oh yeah,
My nigga.
Hey man, say man. Hey man, say man.
Listen, I told you, Charlie. Let's go crazy.
Man,
I told you. I told you.
Look, we had to do it right. There's a lot of Ninja Turtles out there, nigga. But this one for me reigns supreme. From the animation to the plot lines. Granted, some of the later spinoff shit where them niggas were in the Matrix, I was kind of I don't know how I feel about that. It
You
was
talking about like when they got like the new weapons and shit?
Yeah, they were like Tron and some kind of like Matrix Tron world or whatever. It was like later in the show. I don't know how I felt about that, but before that shit,
Fire.
hey, bro, David made me fuck with Casey Jones heavy because I really was not the biggest Casey Jones fan before this show.
Charlie,
and I was like, hey,
come here, Charlie, come on, come here. No, come here, Charlie, go.
Oh, y'all.
Go, bring it in.
All right. I think y'all that juice, bro. All right. That wasn't tea in that mug.
Because listen, it is. But, yo, I've never fucked with Charlie more heavier than this episode because that is literally my favorite character on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and that is literally the reason why, because of this show, and because of the early shit too, because I've been watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles since I was a kid. Even when the variation of Casey Jones was when he was like a villain and he was like going after all the people, he called them lawbreakers or whatever, but I digress, you feel me? All I have to say is I had this on my list until Kaori showed me the list.
No question.
It showed me that you had it on there. So I said, I got to
get my list out first. I was like,
I don't think you could have been 10, 11, 12, a guy. You couldn't have been 10, 11, 12 if you wasn't watching this show. Because if you wasn't watching this, you might would break your teeth. Just throw the whole TV away. If you wasn't watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, this is when they like started changing. Like Ralph started getting real mobbish.
I'm sorry, Granny.
Raphael started getting real mobbish. He started doing things. I was like, I don't remember him being this.
Yeah, I heard you, but you pointing at Joe boy
because he just had a smart mouth in the old, the original one.
Thank you.
But in this one, that nigga was wild. I said, and Ralph was always my favorite character. So I was like, oh, he going crazy. I love it.
Ralph was doing too much. He was doing too much in the show. He would be doing too much in general.
Yeah, you're right. And that team's on the hard.
2, 3, 4.
Turtles.
Turtles. It's a shell of a time.
Nigga, I had the toys too. I had the trunks and shit. Nigga, the headbands look harder than this shit.
Facts. The animation was fire.
Shredder look like a demon in this shit, boy.
Hey, with the clear chest look.
Yes, nigga.
That boy Casey.
Turtles counted off.
Intro fire.
There's no one better. Watch out for
Yeah.
That hey, Shredder was hard as fuck.
Red eyes, nigga.
With the red eyes? Yeah. I gotta sprinkle you, man. I gotta sprinkle you, man. I gotta sprinkle you, man. Yeah.
Consensually, of course.
Okay, so the next one is Juice from his list, and I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. This was my brother's show. This was not mine. I hate the show. I didn't watch the show. Fuck the show on all of the levels.
But if you hate it. What the fuck?
Wait, that's one of the hardest intros that Disney ever produced, bro. What are you
Cameron,
talking
what is wrong
about?
with you, nigga?
There's 104 days. What's
I
up?
know, yeah, damn.
Hey, run that intro, bro. Fuck the
Run
bullshit.
that.
Run the intro. Run the intro.
Yeah,
Yo, I just went to a Disney party, and that was one of the songs that they played, and the crowd went crazy, bro. I did that last night. Carrie already saw my story, bro. They was going crazy for Phineas and Ferb. Like, you wow.
This shit transcended like age boundaries. Like there are some times when you have those shows where like the older people that are kind of like some people phase out of watching cartoons, which is sad to say, but like that happens. But this kept a lot of the older folks like locked in for a little bit. Nigga, I didn't know what niggas know. A whole generation of people know what the fuck an aglet is because of this show, nigga.
That's a fact. That's
Who the fuck knew what an aglet was?
That's a fact. That's a
Come
fact.
on now.
I also want to say this is one of the rare times that they finally start putting animals hype like what do you call those humanoids into the show, because we stopped doing that in the late 90s when we had Secret Squirrel, when we had Darkwing Duck. We didn't get that. Then they gave us Perry, you feel me? So you gotta just give them credit just for having the platypus, you feel me?
The platypus.
Hey, hold on.
Hey, remember when he was changing his his hat in and out?
Summer vacation, and school comes along just to end it. So the annual problem for our generation is finding a good way to spend it. Like building a rocket or fighting a mummy or climbing up the Eiffel Tower. Discovering something that doesn't exist or giving a monkey a shower. Surfing tidal waves, creating nanobots, and locating Frankenstein's brain.
Over here.
Finding a dodo bird, painting a continent, or driving our sister insane. As you can see, there's a whole lot of stuff to do before school starts this fall. Come on, Barry. So stick with us, cause Phineas and Ferb are gonna do it all. So stick with us, cause Phineas and Ferb are gonna do it all.
Mom! Phineas and Ferb are making a title sequence.
Snitching ass.
Oh God, school pigeon. I got squirrels in my pants, head ass girl.
Check your phone.
Fire.
Y'all hear the dark ass theory about that show though?
They didn't decide to do a renovation.
I didn't even turn my phone.
One of the fucked up theories I've heard about that show is like apparently the whole show is Candace
Imagination.
hallucinating. Yeah, because she's like all the kids in the neighborhood like died in childbirth or died young. So that's why the parents never see any of this elaborate shit going on.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that's kind of fucked up. But it also makes sense.
Yeah, I've heard that one. I've heard a few of them, but I've definitely heard that one.
But it's, obviously it has this like really
All right. Going into con number 9. You having this at number 9 is absolutely insane.
I know. I just did it randomly because we got to move the conversation for it. It might be higher on the list.
Hey,
insane.
Liar! Listen. That's
Top tier.
Crazy.
Top tier.
The lies.
That's what I'm saying. It could be higher on the list, but because I didn't order it until Charlie did that F stuff earlier, and I'm around my grandparents, so I'm gonna mind how much I cuss. But yes, I have to you asked me last minute. I'm like, oh shit, I guess we just gonna go with that. Let's just go with Invader Zim. So yeah, it is higher on the list though. I will say that. You can play the intro, then I'll get into why I love it, or I can get into why I love it now. You got it? Okay. I
always thought I was high watching this shit. I ain't gonna hold you. This used to always fuck me up. Like, This will be what acid feels like.
I'm dead.
I love her.
I love her and Jazz.
I ain't gonna hold you though. It kind of felt like a bootleg Billy and Mandy. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you.
All right, man. Let me talk to him. So, Invader Zim is one of my top tier favorite cartoons of all time because one, it was hilarious. Two, they had consistent plot twists. Zim was that guy. He was considered the lowest tier or the lowest level of his species. So was Gur. But they was top tier. They beat their own alien race. They conquered the planet. They done it all. Like people had a debate. We didn't never have the actual debate, but we had the discussion of Jimmy Neutron versus Zim. And I'm telling y'all, Zim is whooping him at least 9 times out of 10, in my personal opinion. We can have that discussion for another day. But Zim always had a plan. Zim always had, even when his plans went against him, like say when Gur went crazy, he started tripping out, or his own house that was his spaceship started tripping out on him. He always conquered, no matter what it was. He even was put into I guess we would say that like a proving grounds where he had to go through all these different levels out of a competition and solo the competition by himself. Like, bro, Zim go crazy and he stand on business, and that's what I love about Zim. Zim literally started the Cardi B phrase: "If we beef forever."
Nah, like I think like the best one of the episodes that I've seen, because I mean I watched the movie too on Netflix, but the best episode I've seen that's like my favorite is when they got him on Mysterious Mysteries. And he tried to prove that he was, and Dib tried to prove that he was an alien, and they kept doing the reenactments just based on who was talking. And I was just like, this episode is fucking hilarious. And then when he started talking to Gur has no idea what the fuck is going on. He's just talking, not making no sense. I was like, Gur, my love. He's so cute.
When I think about this show, all I hear is like Gur screaming in my head. That's all I hear. That's all I hear.
Thought process. That's my thought process.
Listen, when people lie to me, that gift is my favorite picture to send. You lie, bro. Like,
all right, this is your number 9.
My number 9. Hey, this is for the culture.
Number 9. Number 9.
This is for the culture.
Apparently not, nigga. You got a 9. You got a 9
for the culture.
To be fair, he has it as like it's on number 9, but he has Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles over it.
Like I said, apparently not, nigga. That fucking 9.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
First of all, let's start here. When I presented this list, it's not in no type of order. So
okay.
It's not like I ain't putting. If that was the case, that'd be moved up to top 5.
All right, so you have it at top 5.
Hold on. Can I ask y'all a question? What was y'all doing when y'all first watched that again?
I was at Blockbuster renting because I didn't watch this live. I've talked about this in a podcast before. I started watching Static Shock because my mom used to take us to Blockbuster and tell us we could get 3 things, and every single time it'd be the first season of Static.
Blockbuster.
Yeah, it'd be the first season of Static, the Doctor Strange animated movie, and a random video game. Those are the 3 things we get every single time.
When I tell you, Static came on every Saturday. You know they used to have like little trailers before like they actually dropped the show. So when I seen it, I was looking like, damn, a black boy surfing on the electricity. Damn, that's hard. When let me tell you when the show really got crazy for me. When I seen Master P and Romeo on that motherfucker, I said, "Oh shit, them niggas signed to No Limit." This is when I knew Static was a different nigga. I didn't know that he was DC until I was like, damn, Batman in this motherfucker too.
Mm-hmm.
At this point in time, I think Static had to be the best show. Nah, I'm lying like hell.
On TV, it was the best
It might
show
have been
on TV
the
at that
third.
point.
It might have been the third best show at that time. That I was watching.
Oh, fair enough.
Okay.
Because you know your standards are kind of all over the place.
No, Digimon's my number one.
Like I said, your standards are all over the place.
Not all over the place. Hell.
You didn't even get the best theme song from the show, nigga. You didn't get the Lil Romeo one. That's the hardest one.
Now that's on the second season.
Yeah, she played the first season.
Well, I ain't going searching for shit now. Hell,
that's crazy.
Okay,
shit fire. I will be country on this bitch.
It's too damn bad.
All right, this is my next one. I don't know if anybody ever really watched it, but of course, if you watched The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, you would have had to have watched.
Oh my god!
Fucking Evil Cook.
He had his own spinoff.
Yeah, this came before.
I didn't even know he had a spinoff.
This came before Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, because after Evil Con Carne, it was Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, because the characters from Evil Con Carne ended up going to Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. But I love the title of it because that shit is evil with meat. And there's absolutely no logic to the fucking title of the show at all. It is just evil with meat.
Hey yo. I can tell you exactly what that was. What the hell we gonna call this damn show?
Evil
this shit sound hard. I don't know what it means, but it sounds like it
there was a
like
playboy who was blown up in a tremendous explosion. His brain survived.
Stomach too.
And was attached to the body of a stupid circus bear. I am that brain. My name is Hector Concarne, and I will one day rule the world.
Wow. You know, I did see this, but I thought this was like a short on the. Oh damn, we got feedback. I thought this was a short from the show. Somebody got like audio coming out their speakers. Yeah.
I don't know who it was. Okay.
It was Jason. If you got earbuds or headphones, throw them shits in there real quick, my boy.
So it started off as like a short, like they had like the one, but like they've done with all of their other stuff. So like fucking I Am Weasel started off as shorts, and then it had its own like 2 seasons. And then the Justice Friends was the same. It was a short in the side of the Powerpuff Girls or inside of Dexter's Laboratory, and it ended up having its own show. Dial M for Monkey ended up having like its own 1 season. Two Stupid Dogs was a thing between Secret Squirrel, and it ended up having its own show. So they did like the shorts, and because Evil Con Carne ended up being so fucking popular as a short, this nigga.
Ask me what the fuck. I mean, he getting a full feast from his grandparents and shit. Kind of bullshit.
But since it was a short that ended up being popular,
do y'all see how wonderful my grandpa is? He brought this man brought me two things of jelly. Asked me which one I want. That's real one.
That's crazy.
I use both. Appreciate you.
That's black love right there, people.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Carol, you were saying before this rude nigga.
It's just because it was such a good short, it ended up like just getting its own shit. So I think it went for like 1 season, and that's when it ended up going straight into Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Because Billy and Mandy, I think, show up at the end.
Hector with meat. That's like a porn star name. I ain't gonna hold you. That's Hector with meat is crazy.
Hector with meat. And I was just like, what is happening? Because I never realized that was what that meant until later. Because when you look up Evil Con Carne, it's a bowl of chili. So I was like, okay, that's what we're doing. Gotcha.
Diabolical.
All right, your next one, Charlie.
Shaolin Showdown, bro.
Shaolin Showdown.
Hey, bro. Hey,
My
you might still mute it, Jason, if you're trying to talk. You might still mute it. Yeah, I don't even got a lot to say about this shit, bro. Niggas know what it is when it comes to Shaolin Showdown. Umi is that nigga for real. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't remember all the characters' names. I remember Umi, and that's about it as far as character names go. But the show was hard though, bro. Like it reminds me a lot of JJK to an extent when it came to like they didn't have like domain expansions, but a lot of the battles would take place in like a different like realm almost, and they would have to master these it's like a combination of JJK and the Jackie Chan Adventures like combined because they had like these artifacts they had to have with special properties they'd have to fight with it, different things like that, and like each one fit certain people certain ways. It was cool, man. It was a show that I think was a little bit ahead of its time. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So Shaolin Showdown was good. And I, again, hats off to Charlie. Hats off. I brought this up way like he brought up roundtable. We was talking about best hand-to-hand combatants, and I brought up, my boy. Oh, you know what I'm saying? But however, rewatching it because I just rewatched it like I want to say like a month or two ago, and rewatching it wasn't all that. I ain't gonna cap. It didn't get really good until the later seasons. The beginning seasons was real. Yeah, it was good though. Concept was great, but the episodes was. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah. But they really did drop gems and knowledge though. I do like that. It was like a hint of like Avatar with the quotables and the I love the shows that taught us things that we needed, the tools that we needed to grow up. You know what I'm saying? I think that if you really watch this show, it does that for you.
Yeah, I haven't took watch this in a minute.
Shaolin Showdown.
Bootleg Krillin in the group. What you mean? I feel like this is supposed to be. I feel like that's supposed to be like a Teen Titan competitor. Like looking at that opening again, that's what it felt like to me. It was supposed to be like, oh, we don't got Teen Titans on right now, but this will do.
We have Teen Titans at home.
Yeah, literally, what that shit felt like.
If you were saying something, I cannot hear you because I muted your mic.
You just muted my mic.
I muted your mic during the song.
Oh shit! But no, I was just gonna say at the time when Shaolin Showdown dropped, it was nothing like it on TV. Like the weapons, the fighting, and it was funny as fuck too. Now, I don't know when they added another other little dog nigga, and I didn't understand that, but yeah, I did rock with that show like pretty hard. I got a question though. What happens when we all got the same stuff on our list? We still gonna go through the whole list?
We still gonna talk as lengthy about it, I guess.
Cause you done took off all three of mine.
Hey, real niggas know what real niggas do, man. Say it again.
What?
I thought my mic was muted. Muted.
It was for a second.
Oh,
we can hear. We and the audience can hear us through your microphone. So when you're not talking, mute yourself.
Oh. Okay. But yeah. On to the next one.
Is this just me or does he talk like Cleveland from the Cleveland show?
So Jew's number next one was Codename Kids Next Door. So we'll just go on to which one do you want first?
I don't know what the list is.
The one that says it right there, Stanley. Let me just tell you, Stanley.
I didn't hear it.
I was putting it in order for you.
Well, I couldn't tell what you were doing.
Wow.
Like something opposite.
You want to be Caillou ass nigga?
Not want to be Caillou.
Let little bit.
Caillou got it fuck.
Fighting their whole flow. What the fuck?
So fuck Caillou. Caillou's bad as shit.
Now, the reason why I chose Stanley is because, again, during our era of cartoons, it was very important that we learned something while we was watching it, i.e. we was just talking about Static Shock. We was just talking about Shaolin Showdown. It's good for a show to be entertaining, but you also need a show that teaches you stuff. For me, watching Stanley, I always learned something. It was a good show. It was very wholesome. This is like back in the time where Barry in the big blue house was staring and you get those good songs and whatnot. I loved it. Stanley was my guy. The Fish was my guy. Beautiful family. And I learned about animals. And if anybody knows about me, I love learning about animals and zoology. So shout out to my boy Stanley. Holding it down.
Dog ass nigga. No, I'm playing.
Do you know I got to talk to a kangaroo? Always ready to talk about something new. Who's very good as all the animals you could win. Who's proud to say his best friend is a fish. That's right, my man. Oh yeah, my man. Don't have to figure out what life is all about. You spinning with dog, yeah. Laughs with the lion too. No problem, stand can't stop. This time it ain't involved. Having a friend like you.
Back in the room.
We're a friend like you. It's Sally.
And my boy had a hard intro. You know, shout out to the diversity with friends and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
I'm done.
It's cool.
All right. Your next one, Maurice, since you don't have this in any particular order, your next one is.
Hold on, my niggas. My niggas, you had to stay up for this shit, man. Listen, Meatball, that was my. I swear he was black.
Gotta be.
Meatball was black.
Meatball. If Duke was here, he would do the perfect impression of Meatball.
Fry was black as shit.
Yeah, Fry was definitely black. That
was a big
now I'm gonna go watch that show again tonight.
That shit felt like robot. It was kind of like again another fever dream. We're like, this is a thing. I watched it, but I forget this shit existed every now and then.
I watched it every like so often, but you know, I was more of a robot chicken person. Robot chicken was my shit. Hold on.
My name is Shit Sula, the mic ruler, the old schooler. You want a trick? I'm bringing to you. Fried line, and I'm all caught, bucket like a cop. Make one yell, that's working out now. Why make the money see? Me, why get the honey? She traveling in my car, I live like a star.
Hairy ass Meatball.
I'm fucking crazy.
That nigga Fry had braces?
It was the hairy Meatball for me.
Because I seen your hairs on him, I'm like, ugh. I mean, it makes sense if you rolling on the ground and shit. But
All right, so mine. Jesus Christ.
Jason, if you got some earbuds and some headphones, you gotta put them in, my boy.
All right, so you mentioned this one earlier, my good sir, Charlie. And when you said it, I couldn't help but laugh because I was like, oh shit, that's on my list.
Hey man. I was here, nigga. That was me. I was 10 toes for Camp Laszlo, boy. I was a Cartoon Network fiend.
I loved me some Camp Lazlo. Okay. I always thought Camp Lazlo was hilarious. I think that they are quite literally like the best group of friends. And it was funny because it reminded me of like all three of them being fucking Flapjack.
Yeah,
And then the camp leader is fucking Captain Knuckles, trying to be an ass all the time. And then of course their den mother, whose name I could not remember, was Bubby.
I can't remember the character.
It reminded me of Bubby. I was like, listen, this is just like when Flapjack came out, I was like, this shit is fucking Camp Lazlo minus 2 people.
See, I'm glad you mentioned Flapjack. Like again, this goes to that. Like this is that whole era of Cartoon Network shows where, like this Chowder, it shows that like from the outside looking in, what the fuck is this? How is this a cartoon? Like, the concepts making no sense, and the animation styles are so like weird and off kilter. Foster's kind of leaning into that territory a little bit. Foster's made more sense though. I feel like I could pitch that as like a legit show and make more sense. But like Camp Lazlo, Flapjack, Chowder, like this, I don't know how the fuck I would pitch this to a studio executive nowadays. But it just made sense back then. It was perfectly imperfect.
It really did.
Lazzo. I spell this shit in the worst way. Camp Kid Me, that's what it was.
Yes.
Joe Murray needs to be put on the list somewhere.
So I'm glad that you actually put this cartoon on your list. I was going to, but I was like, I don't want anybody to have the same shit that I have on my list, seeing how y'all made y'all's lists.
Yeah. So. That's why I got my shit out first. I had to be the first one to get my shit out. Courage. I wanted a dog for 3 animated dog reasons. It was Akamaru from Naruto, it was Scooby-Doo, and fucking Courage the Cowardly Dog. Because this nigga Courage was going to stand 10 toes down old business for Muriel. He didn't give a fuck. Yep. Demons, ghosts, mutants, curses, it didn't matter. He fighting the world for his mom, boy. He didn't give a fuck. As long as he got that pet at the end of the day, he was chilling. And then Eustace hating ass, lonely ass over here.
Even though y'all just saw my grandfather give me breakfast, I resonated with this show because there was a time, he still lives that way, the meanest man on this planet. And so if you even look at my grandparents, like how they look, Granny, come here real quick.
That's my granddaddy too.
Lean into the say hi, Granny.
Hey, Granny.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
Well, y'all look at how they look dynamic wise and how they are. She's the sweetest, he's the meanest. I resonate with this show because I was like, oh, Mario Eustace. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, I get it. This show was for me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Courage the Cowardly Dog was definitely top tier of all top tier times. Like, shout out to Death Battle that just did Scooby-Doo versus Courage. And then ended at like a standstill or whatever. But Courage was that dude.
And nigga, I still be saying I'm giving you mallet randomly just because, nigga.
We interrupt this program to bring you Courage the Cowardly Dog Show.
Also, this shit was really fucking scary, nigga. When I was a kid, I was like, the one episode with the fucking mask that was like a ghost or some shit. That was like,
yes, for no reason.
Creepy stuff happens in
I was like,
Stupid dog, you made me look bad.
It was like when they had the people coming in to make the movie, and he was like, yeah, when they had the movie producer who was like a zombie or whatever the fuck to come in to make the movie, and they were no. I was like, it's okay. We don't have to make any kind of movie. We don't have to do any of those things that you're talking about.
This is one show that does not need a live action at all because it would look like the goofiest, stupidest shit on the planet.
No.
Courage is that nigga for real.
An actual fact. All right. I'm gonna do Juice last. I'm gonna just put his pictures up because I don't feel like looking for that. This was his next one.
All these Disney niggas, man.
Don't do that.
I would like these are shows like this. I would like peep in and be like, "Is this hitting on anything?" No, that's some shitty shit. We go back to Cartoon Network or the shit elite.
Look, somebody was like, what is that about?
Trash.
He's a dog, I guess.
I remember the show, but again, like I said, I can't remember shit about it. Trash. Garbage, nigga. Disney on the cartoons was not it for a minute. I can't think. We seen a couple. Nick was like the only competitor. I'll be like, all right, Nick has
really, yeah. Because but all of the stuff that Disney had was like late at night, so it was always like The Replacements, Dave the Barbarian, fucking Kim Possible.
A lot of mid.
All of their stuff was late as fuck when ain't nobody awake.
A lot of shit was just mid, bro. And Nicktoons like shit. The Last Airbender was carrying Nickelodeon heavy, nigga. If we keep it in the buck
for a long ass time.
Any Phantom carrying that shit heavy. Fucking Fairly Odd Parents. Well, they had some shit.
Fairly Odd Parents, SpongeBob, and Avatar: The Last Airbender, and Danny Phantom.
It was carrying heavy at Nickelodeon.
This is Khan's next one.
I remember this. This was hard.
Tarzan, the animated series. I don't remember if I ever actually watched Tarzan, the animated series. I may have watched like a couple of them, but when they had like the Disney shows that were related to the movies, I didn't really watch them except for I think Emperor's New Groove. Or Emperor's New School. I watched a little bit of that one, but like when it came to like the shows for the Disney movies, I did not watch those.
Okay. So the reason why I watch this show is because they go deeper into the lore of Tarzan. People try to make it seem like he's just this brute and he's this dumb ape, but when you watch the actual TV series, they go super adventures, like mystical adventures, like all types of stuff that Tarzan goes against. So just him as if this was like a shonen anime and they show how Tarzan gets down, you would love it way more because the villains that he goes against or the different types of people that he goes against, it's like, bro, Tarzan's really that guy. Like he has to outsmart them, outstrength them, fights against an army. Like you really get to see Tarzan be the lord of Tarzan. So I love the show. I thought it was great. And you get to see his ape friend in that series. He was hilarious. So if y'all didn't watch that gem growing up, give it a try. I know it's like not memorable for a lot of people, but if you go in to watch it, it's great. It's top tier.
Tarzan was on the juice though. Ain't no way you fighting gorillas and two tigers and shit. Anaconda's barehanded or with a stick and winning fights. On top of that,
you get raised by an ape. You know what I'm saying? You know what's funny? I think that Tarzan is low key a demigod.
Probably. Because how the fuck you make dreads looking on a white man? Ain't no way.
Ain't no way that man was white, bro. They say that, but he was brown. If you look at Tarzan, he was brown.
Okay, now you reaching.
Nah, because his parents were white as fuck.
Wahite, boy, the Caucasus of the mountains.
Because his ass is in the jungle in the sun all the time. That nigga's tan.
That nigga had a tumor in his head. The fuck up.
And then both of his parents, one of his mother is a ginger. That man
that shit.
He look Hispanic.
Let's keep it a buck. That nigga was just dirty, Con. That
out of pocket.
Musty and had dirt caked on him.
When we seen this man get in the water, you don't see that stuff come on.
Yeah, because you had to wash. Nigga with soap in the water and physical. Just took a dip in the water and got out and said,
all they did in the movie, they didn't even give him a bath in the movie. All they did was put him in some clothes.
That nigga said, I clean out, water. You know, get your musty ass back in there and wash yourself.
All right, for Maurice.
Did you play the intro?
I did not. I was skipping over a few intros because we're at an hour. Calm down. Now.
Do you think? That's cool. I just want to let you know you skipped me. Nobody else. It's all right.
I mean, we get a lot of repeats though, so you don't got to play intros.
Exactly. So relax. Maurice's next one was Shaolin Showdown. So I'm gonna skip over that one because we just talked about that one. I don't know if anybody watched this one. I would hope so because it was fucking amazing.
You know, I did not. I ain't gonna lie to you. I did not.
I love Duck Dodgers. Because as we all know, Daffy Duck is always underfoot of Bugs Bunny.
Okay, weak. That's fine. Fuck.
And while they had like a really great dynamic together when they did Duck Dodgers, and they did Duck Dodgers in like an action sci-fi sense, and he's with Porky Pig, and he's with
Marvin
Martian. I thought that was really fun. That was a really fun spin on Daffy's character, and he still acts the fucking same. His ass is still fucking dumb, but it was giving Invader Zim and what the hell is it? I don't want to say what the hell it is. It was giving Invader Zim vibes. With all of them together. I liked it. I thought it was fun. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend trying to find it so that you can watch it.
I watched it. No, it was definitely not no Invader Zim vibe. No, it's nowhere near on that level.
It was for me. I just said for me, it was on some Invader Zim vibes because they were always up against aliens and all kinds of shit. Okay, that's what I said.
Daffy is giving
at a basis, I guess.
Annoying nigga is what it is. That nigga Daffy would be doing the most.
He was.
Jason, you got anything to say? We'll be quiet while you talk. So we'll get the feedback.
That nigga look like a creep.
You have to unmute yourself.
I didn't know I was okay to talk.
Yes. It's just whenever you're not talking, you have to mute yourself because you have background feedback.
Oh, it's fixed now, I think.
That's a lot of shit. And my headphones are dead. Fuck.
You good now though? You good now? It just
stopped. You're good. Yeah, you're good now.
Oh well, that show Duck Dodgers, never watched it. Ever.
You came on mic to say that you've never watched Duck Dodgers.
Yeah.
You ain't watched shit. You haven't watched a damn thing.
Listen, let me tell you. You know what? Let me be very honest. Let me be very honest with y'all. When I was watching all this stuff that we talking about, I was a barbarian. If they wasn't fighting and it wasn't funny, I was not watching it. So all the other good stuff, no, never watched. Never seen it. I feel like shows like that need to be on PBS. I don't want to.
Speaking of fighting and action and being funny, Charlie's next pick is my absolute favorite iteration of a character that I cannot fucking stand. Fuck this character outside of this TV show. Okay.
Trauma, chill out. Yeah, the Batman. This is I think it's the most underrated version of the animated Batman stuff. The only downside to this show that I will say is that it does not have Kevin Conroy as the Batman. Which I mean, the guy that I actually kicked out my mouth. I mean, the dude that voices him, I gotta look at the name. He didn't do a bad job. He's not Kevin, obviously, but he's not bad. I thought that he was a believable Bruce Wayne. And at least as far as everything I believe, as far as what the character of Bruce I know this old nigga ain't talking. Eat your eggs, nigga. It was dope though. It was dope. It was like we had a dope Bruce Wayne, a dope Batman. The villain, the Rogues Gallery got a nice spin on them. The Joker was black and Jamaican for whatever reason.
He is. He really was. Weirdly enough.
With his bare toes out and shit. Bane and Mr. Freeze were those are my favorite designs of Bane and Mr. Freeze. I thought those character designs were really fucking hard. And even down to the psychic, the one thing outside of Kevin not being the voice, one of my favorite characters, Detective, I don't know if it was Montoya or what the best detective's name was. She just disappeared because she was voiced by Ming Na Wen, who I have the biggest uber crush on. And I think she had another project or something was going on at that time, and she just dipped. Yeah, halfway through the show, they just never brought her back into the show. I was like, well, that's kind of saddening, but it is what it is.
All right, Jew's next one. I love this one. This was also one of my brother's favorite shows, but I absolutely love this one too. Chalk Zone was so damn good. Chalk Zone was on the same level to me as Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Oh, wait a minute now. That's a strong statement.
That was the first thing that came to mind.
I mean, and it's not even that it would on how good it is or how bad it is or whatever, what have you. It was
The parallels.
The blue character whose name I can never fucking remember is definitely fucking blue. Blue Regard Q Kazoo is this fucking blue ass character right here. They are the exact fucking same. And Rudy is definitely Max. Like it's the dynamic between them is like definitely the same. So, but I did really like Shockzone.
Look at Nickelodeon trying to imitate greatness, man. Side story, like another one of those fucked up plot lines when it comes to Fosters. Another one I've heard apparently. What was the niece's name?
Frankie.
Frankie. I've heard that apparently Frankie was the imaginary friend of her grandma.
Yeah,
and that's why she never like leaves the house. I'm like, wow, that makes a lot of fucking sense.
But then when people, I was like, but y'all are saying she never leaves the house, but they.
Well, she leaves the house, like, yeah. Well, all the friends can leave the house. They like go on adventures and shit. It's just she's the only one because she has no other family around. Her only family is her grandma, and she's just been around forever at this point. And I'm like, it makes sense. I mean, it makes sense. She also very weird. So I'm like, hey. And never went to school. Like, did she go to school? Like, she had like, I feel like she went to school for like an episode or two.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
they also said that she's supposed to be like the grandma's younger self.
Oh shit, that makes sense too.
Because like they have like the same kind of sweater and their hairstyle is essentially the same. Hers is just in a bun because she's short and old and her hair is gray. I was like, that kind of makes sense, and I don't like that it does.
Shit, Granny, you know, Omega 11 mutant and shit.
All right. Khan's next one is this lame ass shit.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Kaori?
Look.
Hating ass nigga.
Yeah. Remember when you were in the comment section and they called me a hater for One Piece? It's a continued thing for a lot of these things.
Yeah, but he probably
so
speak with him, my brother.
Listen,
yeah,
Digimon is one of the best, and I always stand on this. In my personal opinion, Digimon back in the day when we all did the old Goku versus Superman, and they was like, who would be who? Before that beef happened, it was Pokemon or Digimon. And we beef like no beef has ever beefed before. And for that, I was a hardcore Digimon fan. Digimon had the better set. I ain't gonna. Pokemon, the first intro was crazy, but after that, Digimon had them in spades. You know what I'm saying? Character development, fire. Digimons, they had their own character development, fire. The plot, fire. Like Digimon was one of my favorite cartoons growing up. Period. The evolution, the Digivolutions, Digivolve, and all that other stuff was top tier. Akuman, all these characters, bro. Like the relationship that they had with again, another thing being better because Pikachu and all them niggas can't talk, but Akuman, all these other characters, they would give their, I guess I can't say owners, but you know what I'm saying, like they partners advice and vice versa. They would go through struggle together. They had their own emotional traumas. Like, bro, fire. I
will say the best version of the show is Data Squad.
And they had their own video games. So go ahead.
Digimon Data Squad is the best version of Digimon. I will die on that hill.
You said which one?
Digimon Data Squad. It was the one that came out in like 06, 07. It was like on Jetix during the summer.
Is that the one where they mixed?
Yeah, they kind of mixed, but he had like the orange code. He had to punch the fucking Digimon and shit to get his orange code and Digivolve niggas. I was like, yeah, that was hard. That was hard. That was my shit. That was my era of Digimon, at least. I never watched it.
We here, Charlie. We here. This is the then and now. You know what I'm talking about? You see what I did? You know
Gary hating ass over here. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Then hated crazy.
The next one was for Maurice. He'll be back. He had to make a phone call. His
list was trash anyways.
The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. First of all, I love Billy and Mandy.
To my Jamaican brothers.
Dracula Lick. Hey, Phil Lamar's an asshole, nigga, but that is that counts.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Okay. Let me not do too much. What I will say is not all you like. Everybody's not always in the best mood. I will say that. I feel like I've caught Buddy on a bad day. I don't know about Khan's met the man a couple times.
Exactly.
I feel like I caught him on a bad day. It was like the last day of Dragon Con, which is a big con, and his booth was always full with people. But yeah, I'm not gonna get into all the film.
I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it. Listen, I'll make it quick. I have met Kaor. You know this. I've met the voice of Toph. I've met the voice of Zuko. I met the voice of what's my boy's name?
Iroh.
Man, I know his name. What's the water tribe? What's my boy name? Sokka. I met Sokka. I've met a whole bunch of voice actors for the whole Avatar Aang cast, and it just so happened that I ran into Phil Lamar. First time I met him, it was the best con I ever been to, which is San Diego Comic-Con. It was my first time going. Met Phil. I waited outside of Phil Lamar's room for over an hour. Even missed out on getting the beginning time to watch Proud Family with my baby Kyla Pratt. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did get to meet her, but I missed most of it because I'm waiting for this brother. And I'm like, my mission wasn't just because I was a fan, because my number one show, we'll get to it later on. I did this for my boy Charlie, because I asked this brother before I even went to the con. I said, Charlie, because you put me on, brother, is there anything you need from me while I'm at San Diego Comic-Con? I said, any signatures, any gift, what you need me to do. He said, if you just so happen to run into Phil Lamar, which nobody knew he was going to be there, because he only plays the Earth Kingdoms, Earth Kingdoms like Prince or whatever. He was like, if you just so happen to meet him, try to make that connection for us. And that's exactly what I did. And I sat on the floor at San Diego Comic-Con outside this dude's not dressing room, but like their little break room for over an hour. I told his assistant all them stuff they knew about me. He said, oh, he's busy, he's doing this right now, but yeah, he said he'd come out. Waited over an hour. He finally comes out. He immediately gets on his phone before he even steps out the room and basically blew me off. I'm walking alongside this man trying to say, he was like, oh yeah, just go onto my website, and dipped off on me. Didn't look me in my eyes, no, none of that. Now that would have been cool if that was the first time. But then I ran into him a second time. And I ran into him at StocktonCon. And I was going to get my thing signed because I have a pop, and I'm not going to say the name of it because it is my number one show that's coming up. And again, I tried to talk to this man. The secretary talks for him. And this man literally went this way and looked this way as she talked for him. So basically, if you're not paying for nothing and you're trying to have a conversation with this man, he does not care about you. And that is very disheartening because the rest of the cast of Avatar are so nice. They're so nice. They did videos with me. They networked with me. I took pictures with them. For some reason, my top tier favorite voice actor, the only black one, blew me off. That was very disheartening, bro. And I ain't gonna never let it go. Every time I meet people that know him and whatever, I'll be letting them know, like, that he broke my heart as a fan.
What I will say, because Phil, he means a lot. If you watch the in and out to any extent, I gush about Jon Stewart, and that character means a lot to me. I'm doing a video on Static soon, and he was very predominant in those roles, both those characters. I'd like to think that those interactions aren't him as an individual, for the fact of trying to look at it from his perspective of being probably one of the most known voice actors in the planet. And you're going to conventions, especially Black Central conventions, where you not only mean a lot to regular people, but to Black people. You're going to get swarmed the moment you're in there to the moment you leave. You're probably tired. You're probably irritated. So I'd like to think that he was just tired of social interaction and social battery was dead, and he wasn't as much of an asshole as Khan depicted. I know even when I met him, he wasn't as much of an asshole when I met him, as much as he was just tired and like, oh yeah, we'll talk to you later. I'm ready to go home. So I'm hoping that's what it was. I don't know him personally at all. I don't know the situation, but I'd like to think he was just fucking gassed at that point.
Hopefully so. Maybe. Right. And then of course Charlie keeps bringing
1 out of 10. Don't recommend.
This is mine.
Hey, Foster's,
Of course.
I love Foster's, bro.
Fucking Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends is one of my favorites. The blue mac and cheese episode when cheese came in. I fucking love blue and cheese together. They are hilarious.
I like chocolate milk.
I had a t-shirt when I was in college. I had a t-shirt because we used to go to the fucking mall all the time. I had a t-shirt of cheese with chocolate milk all over his fucking face, and it just says "I like chocolate milk" on it. And people are like, "Oh, what is that?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends." And I would sit in my dorm room as long as I had fucking cable, and my ass would be sitting there watching reruns of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends literally all the time. So Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends is 100% one of my favorites, and I will never let that shit go.
Eduardo is my spirit animal.
Eduardo is. I love Eduardo. He was so. Him and Coco were so sweet.
We'll have mixed feelings on him in the show.
All right, this is Charlie's next. Nope, that's not it at all. I don't think.
Number 5.
Your number something.
Yeah. It's my number 5.
Fire. Fire.
Y'all know what TF is going on, bro.
5 out of 5.
Another voice actor that I really want to meet with all my heart is fucking Tara Strong, because she's a fucking goat. Like, it's like in my top 3, it's like her, Cree, and Phil. And well, I'm gonna slide in Mark Hamill in there. I know he didn't do too much voice acting outside of a couple roles that I can remember, but those are like my top 3 big dogs as far as influence and importance as far as kids animation. But besides her in general, this show is fucking heat. I like my favorite dynamic duo in all cartoon history is Beast Boy and Cyborg. I'd be running around the house saying "Booyah" all the fucking time. Booyah. And those voices are so iconic. Like I've seen videos of like them in real life, because if you follow Tara Strong on IG or any of her socials, she'll like have a video with them every now and then. And I've never seen these people before in real life, but I hear that voice, I'm like, oh, that's fucking Beast Boy. That's crazy. These voices are just like they live in my brain.
Rent free.
And yeah, this whole show. This show was, again, it was to the same degree of importance as something like a Justice League or a Static, and had that same level of quality, but it had its own different identity. And that's the thing I loved about that Cartoon Network era of those cartoons. These things were all dope and kind of had the same theme of tone as far as it being kind of dark but child oriented, but they all had their own separate identities. And this was like the brighter, happier one. Niggas had a K-pop opening theme song, which we got to get that. We got to get that opening played. I had a gym after that.
I got you.
And even the movie, like the Tokyo movie was fucking hard too.
Yeah, the Tokyo movie is good as fuck.
This is very much. It felt a lot more anime inspired, which I guess the K-pop.
Yeah, I think it is.
I don't know if it's K-pop. The Japanese opening and the Tokyo movie kind of make it make sense now. Yeah, this is fire, bro. This is hard. Teen Titans. Knowing they got your back. Teen Titans. Go! Boy, the crush I had on Starfire Raven. I wanted to hear him of Starfire. Just those two.
Raven all day.
Starfire Raven, boy. Blackfire, hey, that's that toxic girl that like you be bringing home.
Man.
You know your mama do not like her because your mama knows she's terrible for you. She just cannot. She got a hold on you, nigga. She got a hold on you. Mama, I love her.
I'm dead. All right.
Do not like that girl.
Khan's next one is, of course,
the real anime. Inuyasha. Back in the day, like Kaori said, you had to be up late at night to catch this show when you was a youngin.
Catch that outro, boy. You wake up to that outro at 5
Man, at 3 o'clock in the morning, that goddamn outro on TV with them fucking flowers. And I'm like, damn.
That's how you knew you fucked up. that's when you was like, oh shit, I gotta
Damn, I've
go
been
to
on the
school
couch
soon.
all night.
Right, I fucked up.
I've been in the living room all night.
But yeah, hey, Inuyasha was one of our first. I don't know about everybody else, but one of our first animes that we got introduced to on Cartoon Network. So shout out to them. Shout out to the Tech Saga. Shout out to Kagome and all them other people. Man, that was top tier anime for that time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, had to put that
Inuyasha
on.
was my fifth anime. So my dad started me out with Akira from the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z simultaneously because they came on during the day after school. Did my homework when I got out of school at 4:30. It was Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon. And then going into late night when I was allowed to stay up a little while because my dad was watching anime. Big O and Inuyasha were what I was allowed to watch.
I know you was a Sesshomaru fangirl, weren't you?
Sesshomaru is the love of my life. Okay. Sesshomaru was my second husband because Trunks was my first.
I can see the Trunks.
Trunks was my first husband, and then Sesshomaru was my second husband. And then the main character whose name escapes me from Big O was my third husband, and then after that was Gene Starwin from Outlaw Star.
It's funny because every time I bring up Big O, so it's actually one of those animes that people actually forget, which is crazy because that was top tier.
Somebody asked me the other day, they were like, I really like, I want to watch Big O. I heard it's like a mech anime. I was like,
I'm not gonna lie.
Yes. I was like, so they were like,
it's
yes,
it's not a technicality. It's not a
they were like, what is it about? And I said, I said, if you really just want to, I was like, you have to watch it because I've watched it a million one times and I really could not tell you what the fuck that show was about. I said, but if I just gave you just like a simplified version, it's Batman with robots.
Pretty much.
There you go. It's Batman with robots. That's literally all it is.
My man, brother, when he getting that neck suit, he giving you the best beatbox of your life. He what? Hey, that's my man's. That's my man's. Big O was, hey, it didn't, I don't know why, but because I'm from Oakland, when I heard Big O, I was like, oh, it's for me. It's for the town.
It's for me.
We get active.
Hey, real quick, since Maurice and Ju is not here, I feel like we should just skip through their list because
I'm not doing like their intros or nothing. His next one was Lloyd in Space. That was Ju's.
Weak ass Disney shit. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What the hell did you say?
Is Maurice next to you, nigga?
This is.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
I actually just did a video on this on fucking TikTok. I posted the theme song because now TikTok be trying to take money away from people. So
you know what's crazy is because this is another thing that me and Kaori have been bonded over. We are both fans of Buffy. In that intro, when you watch X-Men Evolution, they took some of that from the Buffy intro where they was dancing together. And so yeah, man, like things that transcend over time, man. Like, bro, top motherfucking tier, bro. X-Men Evolution was so dope. I love how they depicted pretty much all the characters and giving them a teenage adaptation. That was one of my favorite rogues. I think it was, I don't know if it was Then and Now that posted this, but it was somebody who posted which rogue, like let's
Gothic Rogue or Southern Belle Rogue.
Yeah, and I can't hold you. I don't know.
I go to Southern Belle though. That's Southern Belle. That Louisiana accent.
Even though she wasn't as curvy, she was still, you know what I'm saying? And then with the short hair, everything was hard, bro. I fuck with her. I love that how they did Sabretooth. I love how they did Spike for the first time. We don't get that in any other X-Men show. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, bro, like, we finally got to see Storm when she was in the game. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's a lot of gems that they dropped down in X-Men Evolution, man. So yeah, top tier.
Nigga, I would be outside with like playing with sticks, pretending I was Spike, nigga, throwing sticks and shit. Oh man, throwing sticks at the trees and shit. I'm like,
I'm
hey man.
trying.
Hey,
All
man.
right. His next one was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So we're going to mine, which was Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
Okay, top tier.
You look like you like Jawbreaker and everything.
But I do like Jawbreakers. Don't play with me.
Hard teeth.
I do like Jawbreakers. I do like those. I like things that break jaws. It's fine.
Hey yo, okay.
I'm like, we just gonna move past that.
Pause.
Yo, what?
Ed, Ed and Eddie, I can binge Ed and Eddie all day, like, and I always do.
Agree.
And there was actually like I made a status the other day where it was nobody, and I will stand by it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who it is that you're talking about. Nobody is beating Ed when he has a pebble in his shoe.
And
It's
I'm
not fucking
so,
happening.
listen. I did a post a long time ago. I'll redo it for you to do it on TikTok. But I said, who would you rather be? The person, I think it was a beat that he stole. What's my name? Eduardo?
Who? Ralph.
Ralph.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think somebody stole his beat or some shit like that.
Mhm.
So would you rather steal Ralph's beat or would you rather steal Sandy's fur? Who would you rather deal with?
I ain't trying to.
I'd rather deal with Sandy because
I'm not trying to deal with
Rolf got hands. So
she ripped off Patrick's head, bro.
Yeah. Sandy is a trained killer and lives in the ocean, nigga. She is always on an away game. It is a trained killer.
Facts.
Both of them are incredibly violent, and then it's just
and
like
this is hulked out Sandy. This ain't regular Sandy. This is I'm over. You feel me?
but
Hibernation.
she was also still asleep.
Yeah,
So imagine if the bitch was awake.
I'm saying you would have to wake your ass up because when she was awake, she was normal.
Yeah, she woke though.
Nah,
she
she wore these niggas as fur when she was normal.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. Sandy, y'all want to smoke? I can find a beat to get this nigga Ralph. You can't give her even if you give her that fur back, nigga, it's a wrap.
Yeah, all that nigga Ralph had was a big ass fish beating niggas ass. If I pull out the Thule, I might be all right.
I know your ass quick. You and fucking y'all quick to pull out some Thules, nigga.
No, we quit the fight, but I'm not fighting Ralph. You see what this nigga was doing? I'm not fighting Ralph.
Rolf picked up an entire tree, uprooted an entire tree to make a bridge so that he could go up against Eddie when Eddie disrespected his fucking food.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And Ed is out here eating the sun and shit.
Exactly.
You funny bunny.
You want to fight these niggas?
Eating refrigerators, eating entire beds. Like, come on.
Yeah, no, nigga. I'm with Samuel Jackson, nigga. From Nick Fury, nigga. You all right? When you doing all the scrolls, hey, I'll put these in you, baby. Nick Fury was talking to people down, like, hey, I ain't with none of that fighting stuff.
This is Charlie's number.
Oh yeah, let's go to it. Again, back
top
to
tier.
Back to Big Dog Terror.
So fire. Your list is so fire, bro.
Just know that I hate Ben 10. I hate Ben 10.
Nah, that's you a hater.
You can't hate Ben 10. That's crazy.
Light skinned niggas.
My brothers like Ben 10. I hate Ben 10.
Ben 10 is top tier.
Hatred.
I'm cool with the anime shit. Like I know some anime niggas don't got shit on me when it comes to this cartoon shit. I do this shit for real. Tennyson is that nigga. You want to talk about beating niggas in versus battles? Not too many niggas in any verse one hands with this nigga Ben. And that's just childhood Ben. We ain't talking about Ben 10,000.
He didn't use the Omnitrix. He still was weaving, dodging, maneuvering, plotting.
Knew some magic at that point too, nigga. Yeah, bro. Ben is like that for real. The show is incredibly deep. The show had a redemption arc that was, I'd say, rivaled Zuko's with Kevin Levin, like going from like a mortal enemy to like he's on the team. And I think it's not only on the team now, but he's like dating your cousin. So you like, all right, bro, don't fuck it up.
Talk your shit.
Hey, bro. There's a lot of parallels.
Shout out to the Plumbers, bro, because I'm a big MIB fan. Men in Black for the people who don't know. And Mr. Grandpa, what's his name?
Mr. Grandpa.
I think it's called him Grandpa.
I think they
Grandpa Ben or Grandpa something.
I don't know, something.
The grandpa, Ben's grandpa, bro. I know his name, but his name, something Tennyson. Bro, he was a top tier plumber, bro. When they gave y'all clips and little showings of what he was capable of, like, bro was strong. Like, bro was throwing heavy hitters, using the most craziest gadgets and guns and tools and the bro, spaceships and the whole plumber like organization I thought was super dope. Shout out to my boy Charlie for being a fan of the Green Lanterns, bro. So like anytime they do galactic like police, I always think that's super dope. Rather if it's MIB, rather if it's the plumbers, rather if it's the Green Lanterns. I think that whole concept is super dope. So yeah.
Also, I'm about to go buy another Omnitrix. I had an Omnitrix back in the day that I fucked up. That would smack that bitch hella fucking hard to fucking activate it, and I broke my shit. I want to buy another one.
Who's your favorite alien?
Either Diamondback or Way Big.
My favorite was Rat. Hey, let me tell you something. That was
yeah, I ain't mad at that. I like the ones in not Ultimate Alien. What was the Alien Force? I like those aliens a lot better than the original ones. I told you.
Got you. Okay. Ori, Doctor.
Hey, nice nigga.
Doctor.
You gonna have to get over that.
Yeah, you fucking with
you need to get over it, nigga.
You know, fucking with Ben 10. I mean, I already know how to look at you after the conversation about to get into for the live show. I ain't even worried about that. I already know what you stand as far as loyalty goes.
You are so funny. Anyway, God's next one.
You know what I'm saying?
Proud family.
Juice was good. So we
not gonna not play the intro for Proud Family. This is Beyonce. Come on now. This is Destiny's Child. Come on now. This is her little sister also on the track. We need that. I need that.
Talk while I get it.
The people need to hear it, bro.
This shit was like what the Cosby shit wanted to be. Again, I wasn't around to see like the Bebe's kids, like the fucking like Fat, like I can't remember the name of the show with the Fat Boys one back in the day. I wasn't around to see that in its prime, but I feel like this was that for this generation, where you got to see black love, you got to see a healthy black family dynamic, and it's like community all around. There was a lot.
And let's talk about the interracial friendships, bro. Let's talk about Zoe. Let's talk about, you know what I'm saying? Is it La Cienega?
La Cienega Boulevard is.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, the dynamics, they just touched on so many subjects. They touched on, like, even when Penny decided to go thug out and be like the Gross Sisters, and then learn that what she had was actually, like, you know what I'm saying, important, as far as having family and whatnot. It was just so many subjects that they touched on, so many moments. Shout out to the voice acting cast. Oh my god,
it was loaded.
What?
I got a grocery store. They hit it with the Brandon T. Jackson. I can't eat, nigga, but you can change that.
Shout out to Bobby, Uncle Bobby. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot, man. Sugar Mama,
Kelly?
One of the best. Sugar Mama
Wizard
is
Kelly.
one of the best grandmothers or mother figures that's ever been on TV screen. Period. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
She had her old Mexican boyfriend and shit.
Uh-huh.
Hey, grandma got around, boy.
Hey, grandpa was a player. You feel me?
Boy, that show's hard.
Right.
But that show's dope.
Hold on.
Last thing I will say, kind of
Family. What? You and me will always be family every single day and night. Even when you start acting like a fool, loving every single thing you do. I know that I can always be myself. You're more than anybody else. And every day as a man not to school. Family, a family. Proud family.
They make you want to sing.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my fucking computer.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna stop.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
that
called
character.
racism.
Will was not trying to play that song at all.
Racism.
Racism.
Proud family. Kim Possible is carrying Disney animation. That was
Oh,
carrying.
facts.
Backpacking
Facts.
like some LeBron shit, boy. Backpacking the fuck out of that team.
So my next one, I don't actually know if you guys even know what this is. If you do, kudos to you, because not a lot of people do. But Time Squad.
Oh yeah, I know Time Squad with the big buff nigga with the Cyclops glasses, bro. Come on now, stop playing with me, bro.
Time Squad was my show, and essentially Time Squad was it was a little boy and a robot, and then he's like the time police, and he would be helping him with his homework, and they would just be going to different time periods. Like at one point, they went to a time period with George Washington to help him like stop a war or some nonsense, and they like talk about all of these historical figures, and it was always so funny. Time Squad is absolutely one of my favorite early 2000s TV shows.
And that's
I think it ran for like two seasons.
And that's watching about stealing them goddamn teeth in the slaves and shit, huh?
It was about his wooden teeth. It was about his wooden teeth that they went to go get his wooden teeth. It's like they did like collectibles and shit. It was so funny.
Yeah, not having no wooden teeth. That nigga had real slave teeth. That nigga that narrative to die. That nigga was collecting teeth from slaves and made his own dentures out of real people's teeth. Fuck Washington.
All right, Charlie's next one.
Oh yeah, let me get ready for this.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Okay.
Yes,
so my pick was this, but not this. So this was the.
So this one's the one from 2003, and then the other one's like 2008 or so.
Yeah, so it kicked off in like 08, but so it's the same series, but this kicked off the show. I have said it on then and now, and I'll continue to say this. I think that Star Wars: The Clone Wars was the best written, animated, storyboarded, animated series of the entire 2000s, and I could argue the 2010s as well, up until they dropped that final season in like 2023. When it comes to the fact that we already know that a lot of the particular loud minority of the Star Wars fan base is very much so racist and very much so misogynistic in a lot of extents. So when Ahsoka Tano popped on the scene in the Clone Wars, and she was hated by a large majority of the fan base, and for you to write your show so well to make her from one of the most hated characters to arguably the most loved and favorite character of all Star Wars in general, so much so that she got her own spinoff show after like people begging for the show for a while. She's my favorite Star Wars character of all time. I got the fucking saber right fucking here. Yeah, this show is dope. Like any from the side, every side character was at some point given depth and fleshed out. There's no crumbs wasted when it came to this show and the animation, the writing, all that good shit. And this was a time capsule of that period of time for me. So thank you, Filoni and Favreau, for y'all working on magic on this shit, because this shit was heat.
Jews was Static Shock, so we already talked about that one. Why are you here? And then Khan's next one is Family Guy.
Family Guy, you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm mad at this. I ain't mad at this.
Hey, bro. If you don't think that Family Guy deserves to be in your top 10, you gotta revise your top 10, because Family Guy still to this day has quotables, memorables, like character-wise, like funnies. Is what Family Guy was the show of Adult Swim. They ran the charts up for every show. Nobody was in competition, so much so that they started making other shows based off of Family Guy just to get numbers like Family Guy, Cleveland Show,
American Dad,
Bob's Burgers. Like they tried to replicate it, but they couldn't do it. Family Guy is top tier. If it wasn't
Family Guy, I would agree. Later Family Guy, I would disagree, because I would choose Bob's Burgers over late Family Guy every time.
That's fine, but that's because it was late. How many seasons we got Family Guy?
Well, that makes sense for me. I was watching the interview with Mila Kunis was talking about it. She was like, yeah, later on in the show, like Tom McFarlane just stopped coming in, like, because initially he would like come in during recording sessions and shit. They just started phoning that shit in later on.
Yeah.
So like you kind
Where's
of
my
feel
money,
it.
man?
Later
Where's my
on,
money?
after I would say probably what went around the time that American Dad came in, and around the time
Right.
that so like it started. It was kind of like multiple fall offs. So when American Dad started, it was kind of like a fall off with Family Guy. Then they would pick back up on the in between with American Dad, and then Bob's Burgers started. And it was like kind of like an in between for Family Guy, where Family Guy was like okay for a season or two, and then Bob's Burgers hasn't fallen off at all. Then you have what you call it, Cleveland Show, where I don't really care for the Cleveland Show like that, but the Cleveland Show came out of like when they were kind of like a down slope with Family Guy. So it's like whenever there was a down slope with Family Guy, they would just pull out something else to make those numbers up.
I'll say whenever they do a movie though, the Star Wars, the Family Guy Star Wars shit,
Family Guy
Fire.
Star Wars, yes.
Something dark side. Something.
turn the ship around,
something
take it back to Bespin.
I do, yeah. So I like that guy. So my next one is right at the year 2000.
Okay.
Right there.
Okay.
Sheep in the Big City.
Oh wow! You brought out you was in your bag on this one. You was in your bag on this one.
Hit right there because so if nobody's watched Sheep in the Big City, Sheep in the Big City is this fucking sheep. They picked him up like kind of from the country. He's being hunted by the government because he's not like the other sheep. He doesn't talk, but they are scrambling trying to get this sheep because they want the sheep so bad. And all he does is walk around the city. He walks around the city being amazed at stuff. And everything that happens around him is absolutely hilarious. But he don't say a single word the entire show. And everything that happens to him, with him, around him is absolutely hilarious.
So this is in your top three? This is your top three?
Yes.
That's crazy. That's crazy to have that your top three, but it was great. It was a
Sheep in the Big City is something that, and like even when Cartoon Network had the computer games, all the computer games that I was playing, it was Teen Titans. It was that Teen Titans battle game that they had on the Cartoon Network website, and Sheep in the Big City and Ed, Edd n Eddy. Those were my three that I was playing nonstop all the time.
That nigga stumbled into an Irish restaurant. They got my nigga Tommy. Oh shit.
All right. So Charlie, your number two is
drum roll.
Yeah, it's static. I mean,
bro, we have seen this like 8 times.
I know, that's what
past that. I already gushed on static.
Yeah, his number, that's his.
Also, shout out to Static Shot though. I didn't get to chime in when we first talked about it. Was the interracial friendship between him and his partner? We talked about this on Tapping No Capping. That it was one of the best interracial friendships that we've seen on screen. Also, for the fact that they touched on the cultural differences, where there's a scene where he hangs out with Anansi. Anansi. And he finally gets to visit Africa, and he's like, bro, I feel so accepted. I feel like I'm not just, it's not just me. Like, I feel connected to where I'm at. He was like, is this how you feel? And he was like, yeah. He said, is this how you feel all the time? He's like, yeah. And he was just like, man, it's amazing. Like, that moment, even though he didn't touch on white privilege and all that stuff, the fact that he said it the way he said it and left it at that, it said volumes for the audience who actually understood. So yeah, bro, just shout out to Static Shock for doing that. So many gems that they had in that show.
To that note, I want to speak on really quickly one of the episodes that I think this is the only show that really ever touched on this. The episode when he went to go visit Buddy's family.
Richie's dad.
He was like, damn, Richie, we never go to your house to hang out. Why the fuck I never go to your house? Like,
yeah, we said his dad was like, is that a nigger?
Got the blood in my house. Doing the gritty
do that while I'm drinking, bro. I almost spit up.
These thugs. I'm like, this nigga goes to school. The same.
He sounded like Samuel Jackson from the Django, bro. He was in the big house.
And he was like,
right. It was an amazing episode to touch on that and showing that the one thing I appreciated, they they didn't just do what you would assume a lot of people do when it comes to racism and like just villainize the dad character. They showed where that ignorance came from and where those feelings kind of lay dormant at and the work to better that. So it was always trying. The thing I appreciate about that show, they showed the bad in people, but also showed that people are able to hopefully change. Like in the best possible scenario, they are able to change. But that was dope. That was like one of the only episodes that I've ever seen touch on something like in animation period when they touched on that. And it was so fucking real. Also, this nigga is the only person in the Delaware with fucking dreads, nigga. How the fuck do y'all not know? I didn't see another character in that damn show.
That's fair.
Period.
That's fair.
The same way, the same height. It's like, hey, don't he seem like that one dude that we see all the time? I got the same hair.
And it's not like he had his whole face covered. He just had an eyewear, bro. That's
right.
it.
Literally.
He changed his voice or shit.
Nothing.
I'm like, damn, I don't know who Virgil is. That nigga be making jokes. It'd be one thing if he was like the meat.
Well, you know, a couple
back.
of villains did figure it out. It was him, though. They did figure it out. Still.
I mean, and Clark can't wear his glasses. Come on.
Yeah, but he be clumsy and falling over and shit and be acting weak. This nigga be.
Let me add this little swoop. They'll never understand.
Right.
They'll never get it.
Right there. Come on. All right. Your number 2, Con, is.
Talk to him. Talk to him. Yes, sir.
Real recognize real, granddad, and you looking real familiar.
That was the first quote that came to mind too. Oh no, that's vintage.
Senor Piñata.
Yo.
Juice was shouting for him. Sorry.
Nigga.
Hey, bro, Boondocks, we ain't even gotta talk about it, man. Shout out to Regina King, man, one of the most underrated voice actors of all time. Shout out to the late great
Witherspoon.
What's Pop's name, man?
Witherspoon.
John Witherspoon. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to John Witherspoon, man. This the whole cast, man. Samuel Jackson was in here too. Samuel Jackson been doing his thing for a while, brother. But,
say what one more time? I double dog dare you, motherfucker.
Bro, I love this show. It has so many amazing episodes, literally from start to finish. We ain't gonna talk about that other season. We don't want to talk about Bruno, but the first couple of seasons, especially the Christmas episode with Santa. Hey,
dear Santa, you are a bitch ass nigga.
Milo, go sit down.
Even that I forget her name. My baby girl. Don't tell Jasmine. Jasmine, when she even on the when she was in the church, she was like, what'd she say? She said, so be good, for goodness sake.
Shout out to Carl Jones. He was a producer and the voice of a couple characters on there. Voice of Thugnificent, in the Booty Warrior. For people that don't know, Carl Jones is the owner of Martian Blueberry, which is a black-owned animation company, animation studio. Hey, nigga, you follow me on IG and shit. I get to flex that shit. I will say, nigga, that's one thing where I meet this man at some point, so we're gonna try to get him on an interview. My granddad put me onto the Boondocks. My late grandfather, and we used to love that fucking show together. Thugnificent was his fucking character. I want this nigga. I need to get Carl Jones to do like an audio tag for this.
Dude.
I want him to do an audio tag for that now. Something like, hey, nigga, you want your Dead Now podcast, nigga? I want this. I will pay for that. I need that. I need that to happen at some point. But yeah, shout out Carl. So if you see this at some point, nigga, you know what it is. We're gonna get in touch.
Yes, sir. Shout out to him, man. But yeah, obviously needed to be in my top 2 without no real explanation. Like, come on. And then we had the one that probably, maybe, arguably the hardest intro out of all the ones that we just mentioned so far. So
yes, I think it's most iconic. To be honest with you.
All right. So Maurice's number 2 is.
Shout out to the anime fights too in that show.
Hey man.
Jackie.
I almost had it on my list. You more great Wi-Fi these y'all. You more great Wi-Fi.
And then my number 2, I was actually sitting over here debating on what my number 2 actually was. And the way that I have it, I think I have to change my mind. So I know for a fact that y'all did not watch the show. I don't even know.
Try
I
me.
honestly don't even know.
Try
if-
me.
I know for a fact that you didn't watch this show.
Try me. You said the same thing with Space.
This is my number 2.
Which girl? Stop
Oh,
playing
I
with
watched
me.
it. I
What's wrong
watched
with
it.
you?
That
I think
is
you need to
my
fact check yourself.
show. Oh my god. So
I know for
it was always between Witch and Winx because they came out kind of at the same time. And I was not a Winx girly. Okay. I watched it.
this is when they had the elements and shit.
Yeah,
Come on,
I
now.
watched
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Bloom got on my nerves way too much for me to continue to watch Winx. She was pissing me off, and I'm like, you are a sorry ass main character. And then her friends, trash. When they brought in the black girl for Winx, I was like, okay, but then she was garbage, and I was like, never mind. So Witch is where I stuck to, and their theme song, one of my fucking favorites. I love their theme song, but a lot of people really do not remember the show, and it's mainly because they were Winx people. So if you were not a Winx person, you were a Witch person.
Right.
So this was my shit.
That's a fact.
I had to alter because I had it at my number 1. But sitting here looking at what my number 1 actually is, my number 1 is perfect and makes more sense. So anyway.
All right, we gonna see who has the best number 1.
I already know it's me.
All right. So we're
Y'all
gonna
ain't got
start
shit for
with,
me, nigga.
we're gonna start with Juice because he's not here. His number 1 was Jackie Chan.
I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
Okay. So now going forward, you and Maurice actually have the same number 1.
No, we don't talk about Bruno. He's not even here. We don't talk about Bruno.
So, Charlie, this is Charlie's number 1.
Go tier. Y'all got shit for it. I don't want to hear nothing else. I'll fight niggas on this shit. This is that shit. DC at their peak. All these characters at their peak. We went from the success of the Batman the animated series and road animate sorry ass Superman, a fucking dope ass character in this show, niggas. Niggas think they know about the Flash.
You're not lying.
Niggas think they know about
I
the
like
Flash.
Justice League Unlimited over Justice League, honestly.
I look at
but
the
I did
fact,
really
so.
like Justice League.
Facts.
I just look at Unlimited as like another season of League, honestly, to be honest with you. Because
I feel
same
that.
characters, a lot of the same plot lines carried over. It's
Right.
the same show to me.
Just added more superheroes.
Yeah, it's just more, it's on a bigger scale, personally. The character development, like niggas did not know or care who the fuck Jon Stewart was, but niggas found out who the GOAT was in this show.
Talk to him, Charlie.
Niggas did not give a fuck about. Yeah, you know what it is.
The dogs is hollering.
Niggas did not give a fuck about the Martian Manhunter before this show. Now niggas do. Niggas didn't give a fuck about Saira Hall. Niggas didn't know Saira's name. Now they do. Hey, this show put hella people on to not niggas. This should put niggas on to like Stargirl. Well, that's Unlimited, but I'll stick to Justice League at its core. Seeing these niggas come together, seeing their dynamic, seeing how they interact with one another. They had everything you want: romance, action, character development. It was also dark. Adults could watch it, kids could watch it. You learn great things from it. And the thing that kills me is that the only reason this show never came back is because these stupid ass niggas put the show on Netflix and then released a box cassette right after that. And it was like, well, the box cassette's not selling because you goofy ass niggas put it on Netflix too. And it really pisses me off. This is the one thing that really irks me about this whole situation is that I've seen the interview where every single fucking voice actor wanted to come back and continue the show. And it never happened. And y'all niggas let the GOAT Kevin Conroy pass away before y'all could do that shit. Now I don't even want it no more. I don't want it no more. You bring back any version of Batman and he ain't there, nigga. I don't want it. Fuck it. I don't want it no more.
Respect it. R.I.P. man. R.I.P. Ain't this about nothing? Oh, we playing intros now?
Oh, yeah. This shit hard. This is one of those where like I would sing along to it because there were no words, nigga. I'd make up my own words to the fucking melody of the shit.
It was nothing but some heroic sounds.
Yeah, this shit was hard, nigga. The Unlimited one was even harder though. Hey, hit it with
Adding nigga to adding nigga after dun is hilarious.
It is not anticipating me right now.
I vividly remember at like 9 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, my mom telling me to shut the fuck up because I was like making up lyrics to the theme song in the living room, screaming out my own lyrics to the theme song, nigga. My mom was like, if you don't sit your ass up, I make you go to sleep.
Nigga.
And I'm gonna put this in my mom too, nigga. This is I don't know if anybody else's black parents did this. Instead of buying us like regular pillows or like letting us sit on the couch like regular people, my mom went and bought us big ass dog beds to lay in and watch TV.
Oh,
nigga.
Hey, she was thinking.
She would have got us 2 big ass dog beds so we could watch cartoons on the floor in the living room so we would not get on her goddamn couch.
Hey,
couch is like
in her bed.
a foot away from us, and she was like, "Don't get on my goddamn couch. Here, nigga, I lay on this shit and watch TV." And I'm watching Justice League on my damn dog bed growing up, nigga. My brown and red checkered dog bed. That was my shit. She thought I didn't remember that shit. I'm gonna talk to her ass about that shit. I remember. I'm like, nigga, this is a dog bed.
That's because she always knew you was gonna be a big dog. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, something like that. Shout out my dukes. Great ass.
All right.
That's all I got. Y'all ain't got shit for that though. I don't want to hear. Y'all ain't got shit for
this
it.
was cons number 1.
You already know what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
It's cute.
Samurai Jack.
It's cute.
The best shonen character of all time, in my personal opinion. The man was super black coded. Shout out to Phil Lamar, even though we had bad directions. Bruh, the man was a top tier samurai. Anybody knows me knows that in the beginning, when we was first getting introduced into anime and what is Japanese culture, the first thing was learning about swordsmen. The first thing was swordsmen and samurais and stuff like that before we got into our ninja era. So having a samurai, top tier samurai like Samurai Jack, who went against my favorite villain of all time,
Aku.
Man, one of the best intros that we've ever seen in Cartoon Network. Hands down.
Samurai.
Back to the past, samurai Jack.
What are you talking about?
Back to the past, samurai Jack.
Then they break it down with just the beat. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, you stopped there.
It was literally freezing. I'm not about to play the computer, okay?
Her router was gasping for air.
That was in their bag, bro. So many dynamics, so many amazing, hilarious characters. Shout out to the Scotsman, another interracial friendship that transcended a past time. That was one of my favorite interracial friendships on screen. Oh man, just top tier anime, top tier show, bro. Should have been an anime, but yeah, bro. Samurai Jack, the video game, the show, the whatever you want to call it, bro. And one thing about me, not just the art style was amazing, but I am a fan of learning about different cultures. And Samurai Jack touched on so many different cultures. Even the first episode, he goes on to different parts of the world to learn different combats, African tribes, and all. So shout out to Samurai Jack, bro. You will always be in my heart, bro. I literally went back to watch it and I applauded my childhood self. It's like, bro, you had good taste. Like you had great taste.
That's cute. That's cute. That's cute.
Nah, that's fire, bro. You can't lie. Samurai Jack is up there, bro.
That's cute. Go ahead, Kaori. Let me go ahead.
Okay. Maurice's was also Samurai Jack.
We don't talk about Bruno.
It doesn't matter. His list was still on here. So his was also Samurai Jack. So
what did Jamie say from the Game of Thrones? I don't care.
Anyway, so this one is my number 1. I said I had to decide between this one and Witch, and I just could not have this be my number 2. I'm sorry.
All right, let's see. Okay. All right. Look. Okay.
That's cute. That's cute.
Yeah, that's cute. That's cute.
Lunatics Unleashed has always been one of my favorites.
That's your number 1. I feel like Lil Wayne right now. I thought that was gonna be.
They died when Christopher came downstairs.
No, that's okay. It's okay.
I mean, it's not the Justice League or anything like that. It's cool.
It's not Samurai Jack, but you know, it's
cool.
Decent.
Y'all so fucking extra.
Fine. If that's what you like.
I was very happy. I was very happy.
If you like it, I love it.
Yeah, I was very happy with it recently.
The Lunatics.
Damn, what is it with the man? You gotta take it out Light the CD.
Go up to the cartridge, nigga.
Because I have two computers sitting here, so I don't know what's going on with it right now.
Your router is gasping for breath, is what it is. Help me, nigga.
Anywho, so that was the episode. That was all 40, but not really 40. Of the best of the early 2000s. Again, if you haven't already, the One Piece Alliance for June. And then of course you already know where to find us for Nerd on the Street. Then here is the Then and Now podcast for Charlie, Captain Diesel here.
Road to 1,000.
And of course, you can also find me and Con, my bestie, on Cappin' No Cappin'.
A lot of cap.
Mostly tap. It is cap.
And if you guys have not gone to the YouTube channel yet, we are going to go live with a really good conversation that I'm sure Charlie is very excited for. Captain America versus Tony Stark. Who was right? Who was wrong? Why was Tony wrong for 2 entire movies? But we'll get into that. So if you have not seen it yet, or haven't gone to the YouTube channel yet, of course, you'll be able to find that episode once it posts. But it will be our live episode for today.
Nasty word. I gotta look at you differently now.
Oh my god.
You're spoiled son of a no.
You're hilarious. Hilarious is what you are. But thank you guys again for joining us on Nerd on the Streets, and we will see you guys next time.